For this episode of Let's Talk Jinx, patch 14.7 notes, and once again there are no direct changes to Jinx, which does mean there are no nerfs to Jinx, of course, so we kind of take those, but there are several changes to some other AD carries that will affect Jinx's laning matchups at the beginning phase of the game, so we will talk about those, as well as some of the new skins, because some of the new skins are also for AD carries, really one in particular, so you might see that specific AD carry more in your games coming up. Also, Skarner VGU hits the Rift, and none of his skins are purple. It's kind of sad. So Karma is getting a change, and it is based on her supporting ability is what this one is. So we will talk about it briefly. The W root duration is decreased at lower ranks, and the R plus E AoE shield is actually being increased. So if you're playing with a Karma or against a Karma, what it looks like is, and what's kind of nice actually, is that AoE shield being increased, I believe, refers specifically to the amount that it will shield you for, not just obviously its radius size. Even though with the way hitboxes can be in this game, that might be nice one day too. But at the same time, you know, lollipopping exists. Obviously, this shield just being stronger when it's trying to protect you is going to be nice. But it also means if you're trying to punch through that, it is going to be a little bit beefier if you're playing against an enemy Karma support and their AD carry. Okay, my bad. They're buffing, it looks like, support Lux. I was going to glance over it because usually, I don't know about y'all, but Lux, if I see Lux, is still mid lane. Or it's like an ARAM match to warm up. Passive magic damage is actually being increased, and the Q magic damage is also being increased. While this is going to be a buff basically to all Luxes, it's mentioned support Lux in here too. Lux support is getting hit by the Zazax change this patch. So, basically, you might see some more of those in your game, because some people love to play support Lux. You know who you are. Nami. W magic damage decreased, healing increased, and bounce fall off reduced. E magic damage decreased. Nami is at one of her historically weakest points, and we think she could use a little bit of love. In line with the changes all around to support damage, we're pulling out some of the mid-game damage through her E rank up and W AP ratio, and re-adding it into her healing and overall teamfight output with W's bounce power. Bounce, 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 bounce. Anyways, ebb and flow, the magic damage is being decreased, but the AP ratio is also being decreased. So even though it sounds like a buff, that one is in fact a nerf. However, because here's kind of the shift they're going for here, is the healing has been increased both in stats and its AP ratio. The bounce fall off has also been decreased in its stats, which is a good thing because you want the bounce fall off to be lessened, and the AP ratio is going from 7.5%, for example, to 10%. So it is an overall buff if they're shifting the power into this, which it looks like they are. And the Tidecaller's Blessing, it looks like the damage on that is also going down. So basically they're making supports support, and if you want to do damage, you gotta do a damage roll. Interesting to see how this is going to go going forward. Also, I beg to argue that Jinx can work well with a Nami, a Karma, and even a Lux. What is your opinion of that in the comments down below? Which supports do you love playing as a late game hyper scaling, I was trying to say. AD carry. Senna, fewer souls dropped from ally support killing minions, more souls dropped from Senna killing the minions. So if Senna wants those minions, they're gonna have to be killing them themselves, it looks like, because they noticed a bug that arrived in 14.1 that made Senna get the full drop chance from allied support executes. Nice. Smolder, or as we like to say around here, Smolder. Base armor increased, Q bonus damage on crit chance increased. Smolder is in one of those interesting spots where I feel like some people are definitely saying that they're actually overpowered right now, and they're way too complex. But not complex like their kit's complex, like they just do a complex amount of damage that makes you scratch your head because you're kind of perplexed, if you will. That being said though, Smolder is interesting. I'm not going to actually elaborate too much on this one because like the support in general, I kind of want to know what is your opinion on Smolder in the comments down below. Do you think they're kind of like just right? Do you think they're actually too weak and too simple? Do you think they're actually like low-key, like secret OP? But the armor is going up by 2, so if you're trading with them, just keep that in mind. The crit chance also on the Q is going up from 0 to 30% to 0 to 50%, so be careful. Sona, passive Skatkyo. I used to know how to say musical terms. I can't anymore. Increased. Q ally bonus magic reduced. W healing increased. So basically the theme, instead of having to go one by one, if they're a support, instead of doing damage, they're going to start doing a lot more healing and shielding and stuff like that to protect people. We're not quite Ardent Sensor meta, so I wouldn't start, worrying too much, but that is a thing. We mentioned this before. Static Shift's cost, by the way, is going up by 200 if you happen to build that on Jinx. So the real quick honorable mention to Cheddar Chief Twitch, because Twitch has been depending on who you ask, a long-time counter to Jinx over the years, and they're getting a skin, so you're going to see Twitch mains in your game because they might want to play the skin. It is a pretty nice skin, to be completely honest. But that is all from this video, so thank you so much for watching this video. As always, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell notification, the actual subscribe button. But I don't know which video will be next, because I think I have a lot of kinks. So till this time, take care. ggGetJinxed. Thank you for watching, and enjoy pizza responsibly.